Hi guys, it's Nick here with Gutter Freedom. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about gutter sealing and if you have a leak or how a gutter is installed to make sure that leaks are minimized, corners don't leak, downspouts, everything has to be sealed properly. There is no perfect gutter. Every gutter will get wet on the outside. It is outside. Water will drip down. It's very common. But we want to make sure that they're not leaking a lot from any corner, any area, because that is, number one, a problem for the homeowner, but number two, it means the system's not working properly. So there's three levels really of sealer that can be used in a gutter project. Number one is your kitchen bath caulk. That's the stuff that comes in the white tubes. I'm sure a million of you seen it. It's like $1 a tube, probably $3 now, depending on where you go. Goes in bathrooms, it goes where grout is, it goes on edges, seals. It's made for indoor use. It's really not ideal to be put inside of a gutter because what's going to happen is really three things. Number one, it's going to age out, meaning over the next year, 2, 3 years, being outside will age it much quicker. Bathroom and kitchen caulk is designed to be inside in a controlled environment. Number two, it's going to be very moldy and very prone to turning black or different colors because it's going to attract all the outside debris, particularly off of your roof, which normally, if you have a asphalt shingle roof, that's going to be a lot of petroleum products rolling down into your gutters, getting into that seal. The kitchen bathroom seal is not designed for that. It discolors very easily or it grows mold. The last thing is temperature. Depending on where you are, we're in Florida. If you're in the Tampa region, you will experience great temperature differences. For example, this morning it was in 40s, 50s. Tomorrow it will be in the 70s, 80s, possibly even the 90s by the end of the week. That's a big change in temperature for an item that's going to be wet. It's got to hold two pieces of metal together, and the metal will get hot and cold and transmit temperature as well. It is aluminum. It's very conductive. So if it's on your roof, which is normally a shingle or tile roof, that roof is going to be a lot hotter than just the ambient temperature. So for example, say it's 100 degrees outside. Your roof, if you've ever stood up there, is like standing in an oven. It may be 110, 20, 30, 40 degrees, depending on how hot and how direct the sun is. I know for a fact, if you were in Texas, standing on a roof can be almost like you feel like you're in a sauna because the sun is blazing on you, the asphalt shingles are heating up, you're getting hot from both areas. Your gutter is hanging on the side of that house. It's hanging on the side of that oven. It's gonna get really hot. The next level is a gutter sealer. Now that's made for gutters specifically, but it's rated throughout the United States. We see them normally lasting somewhere between 3 to 7 years. Some guys get 10, some guys get less. It depends on where they are. The United States is a big place. There's many different weather conditions. What works in Michigan or California probably is not going to work so great in Florida. Just like what works in Texas might work pretty well in Florida and vice versa. It really depends. Texas is normally a little hotter and a little drier. Florida is not quite as hot, but way more humid and way more rain. Then it's really hot. So you get a wide mix. So what we found, which the first two we found didn't work that great. We couldn't give an outstanding warranty. They weren't exceptional. We found we needed to use a 50-year tripolymer seal that was rated basically for water use, meaning it could get wet and still function. A lot of these projects, we're going to install your gutters and within a week or two, it's going to get rained on, if not faster, sometimes the same day. We need that sealer to not only seal, we need it to harden up, we need it to attach, we need it to adhere as best as it can, as fast as it can, so that when it does rain, it doesn't get affected. And we found that that 50-year tripolymer seal is one of the reasons why we can give you not only an outstanding warranty, that we're not so worried about it raining. And the last part, it's very, very, very good against temperature change. It's rated well over 100 degrees, normally closer to almost 200 degrees, of how much heat it could actually tolerate before it starts to break down, which on the side of your roof on a hot summer day in Florida could easily be 100, 110, 120 degrees, and then it's gonna cool off at night. That aluminum is gonna expand and contract. We don't want it to break those seals. We want that sealer to hold steady. So that's why at Freedom, we use the 50-year tripolymer seal. And that's what you should be using on your gutters as well. Most installers are never going to bring this up to you. Neither are most companies. We want to be as transparent as possible so you know what you're getting. If you're paying us to do a luxury service, we're going to do a luxury job.